This podcast is presented by StreamerCollabs.com, a website made by streamers for streamers. StreamerCollabs.com helps streamers find, connect, and grow their channels by collaboration. We believe that collaboration is key to unlocking the full potential of the streaming community, and we strive to provide the tools and resources needed to make that happen. So join us today and let's make a difference together on StreamerCollabs.com.
And we are live for the Streamer Collabs podcast. What is going on, guys? My name is Buzz, aka Charles, aka the Big Buzzy Wuzzy, and today I'm here with my co-host,
the Big Yo Infamous, aka David. And today our special guest is
RebornOutcast.
Yes,
okay,
sir.
I wasn't sure if that was
Yes,
my
sir.
cue.
Yes.
No. The dramatic pause, the dramatic effect.
Yes.
I was like, am I
you know.
saying it or is he saying it?
Nah, man, you know what I'm saying?
Oh man, it's
yeah,
you
you
good.
know, everybody.
all right.
Yeah,
But yeah, we have a couple of questions for you about your content creation journey. So we're just gonna jump right into it.
Alrighty.
Not to switch up and get all professional on you, but you know, just gotta
This is how it goes.
You know how it goes, yeah.
Yeah.
So when did you start making content?
Oh, this is going to show my age. So I originally had planned on starting doing YouTube stuff. I was trying to figure all that out. So I've been trying to be a content creator since I want to say 2011, 2012.
Okay.
So I've been around for a while. I originally started streaming on YouTube, and then I had a incident with a fan, and I'm like, I think I'm going to Twitch.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Because that's a story in and of itself.
Mm-hmm.
But I've been on Twitch since I think 2018. It's been about 6 years.
Nice.
An
Okay.
affiliate since I think 2020, 2021, somewhere in that. So
Yeah.
it's been a good time. And the thing is I don't do it because the reasons most people do it. I just do it because I know I'm an idiot and it's going to make people laugh. So
What's that, man?
Fair
Just
enough,
having
man.
fun, bro. Just having fun with it.
It's all about having
Yeah.
fun. Not everybody, including me, it's kind of like I'm not trying to be a huge streamer. I'm just trying to, build up a little community, get some homies together, play some games, have some fun. That's really it.
Exactly,
exactly.
man. Yeah. Eventually, that could possibly snowball because if you're making people laugh, that shit
Oh,
can
yeah.
go viral. You know what I'm saying? And then,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
boom! Before
And,
you know it,
look-
you're Tyler Ninja Blevins.
Yeah, because I have a backlog of clips and I'm using today's day off in order to get them up.
Nice, man.
Good shit, man.
Nice.
Good
That's the
shit.
grind set right there, man.
And what kind of content do you make?
So I'm starting to bleed into doing wrestling content.
Okay.
I've been
Okay.
trying to figure out the best way to do that because it's hard to go from the mindset of you've been a part of that business to making content for it where it's
Mhm.
not about the business. So that's been a troublesome thing for me. But for the most part, I'm a gaming streamer. I do variety streams, everything else. I've been wanting to attempt to do the travel type of stream thing
Okay.
when I'm going to shows or anything else, but that's always failed. So
Really? How come?
Yeah.
I don't necessarily I can't find, I live in a smaller area, so
Mhm.
it's hard to find good things to like keep it there and then to also stream it. Like I would have to use a crap ton of data and being one single person on a single plan, it's like, well, there goes the bill.
Yep.
So
Mhm.
That's fair.
yeah, focus on that.
Fair enough, man. That's
cool.
real shit right there.
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
That is
Yeah.
real shit. And what would you say, or let me rephrase that. What would you tell someone starting out today? Like if someone came up to you and was like, I want to do content creation, like what would you tell little Billy who wants to do content
Surprisingly,
creation?
I've had to explain this to a lot of people because there's a lot of kids where I work that are like, I want to be a content creator. I'm like,
Mhm.
let me explain this to you the best way I can without hurting your feelings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work. It's a lot more work than it seems like. Yes, you're having fun, but then when you first start off, you're not going to have an editor that's hired. You're not going to have, teams like PR teams to help you out or anything like that. You're
Mhm.
going to be on your own. So it's a grind. You have to just understand that going into it, you are going to have to grind like there's no tomorrow. You have
Yep.
to not only make the content, but you have to have time to edit. You have to have time to do things like that. But you also need to make sure you have time for yourself. Make
Mhm.
sure you
Yep.
take care of your mental health. Make sure you take care of your physical life. Don't lose friends just because you're making content. Yes, you're going to have online friends, but I'm one of those people. I believe you need the people in IRL and you need the people in
All right,
internet
yeah.
space.
Mhm.
Sometimes those intermingle, but
Yeah.
Mhm.
you really need that.
Okay.
It's important to stay balanced because,
Yes,
like
the
you said, a lot
balance.
of times people get so honed in and focused on one thing that they see as their dream that they start to neglect the other areas of their life, like mental, like you said, mental health, physical health,
Social
friends.
life,
Like
yeah.
it's all about balance, man. You got to really segment your time in a way that allows you to focus on everything while working towards your goal. That's very important.
Exactly.
And I feel like a lot of people just kind of jump in without knowing everything that you just said about the editing, the PR teams, and like
Oh,
I know
yeah.
I did. I was like, okay, I want to be a content creator. I want to be a streamer, and then it was just like, oh, this is hard. This is
Yeah,
hard.
that's where it kind of cracks me up because I'm the one that people have come to a lot for
Mhm.
PR related stuff. And they're like, why don't you do this as a job? I'm like, because I couldn't move to like a bigger city in order to do it properly because I
Okay.
can't stand big cities.
That's
That's
fair.
fair.
That's fair.
I'll visit them. I'll visit them. I'm okay with that.
Not
Living
living there
there,
though.
I couldn't do it.
It's
Not
just
living there.
traffic. It's just
Yup.
I would feel like personally just kind of what's the word? Claustrophobic, where it's like
Yes,
a lot of people and it's just like too much going on. I
exactly.
need to be in my own little area, doing my own little thing, and visit sometimes.
Yeah, that another big thing too, and this is probably going to sound like a weird reason to some people,
Mhm.
but another big thing is even when I was back in like middle school age and stuff like that, I've always been interested in the weather and astronomy.
That's not weird.
Okay.
So if I can't see the night sky, I don't want to
Mhm.
live there.
That's facts,
That's
bro.
that's facts, bro.
Fucking bro. We went to the beach a couple weeks back and
Mhm.
it was just me and my partner went out to the beach. It was like probably 11, 12 o'clock at night. The stars looked insane, man. I was
Yeah.
like, this is real life, bro. I don't know. I was blown away, man. I was blown away. It was just I love looking at the stars too, man. This is dope.
Now take that and imagine what our ancestors got to see before light pollution.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
that's damn. Crazy.
We're
Damn, we
getting
really
real up in here.
Yep.
yeah, we really fucked up the planet,
Yeesh.
didn't we?
Yeah.
Oh well.
Oh well.
What can what can I do? I recycle.
Yeah, exactly.
I recycle.
Exactly.
Turn
man.
off my lights when I'm not in the room. I'm doing my part.
Exactly, man.
But
So I recycle.
I just thought of that freaking TikTok meme now. Dang it.
which
I'm
one?
doing my part. I'm doing my part. I didn't do
Starship Troopers.
Yes.
Yes. That's what a great movie. Saw that for
Mhm.
the first time this summer.
That was the one we saw at Uncle Carlos, right?
Yep.
With the aliens. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Shit was crazy. Bro.
Want to know more?
Yep. Wanna know more.
Essentially Helldivers.
Yes.
Actually,
Essentially,
yeah.
Helldivers.
That's crazy.
Helldivers.
Play Star Trek. You know what I'm saying? That's lit.
Mhm.
Um,
Do you have
It's
Helldivers?
hilarious.
Have you been enjoying
Yeah.
Helldivers?
I've played it. I haven't tried it because I just got a brand new PC, so I
Okay.
could play a game that I've been wanting to play because I tried to play it on stream and my old PC wasn't keeping up.
Okay.
I've been
that's
there.
fair.
But I just got a new PC from oh
You're good.
Skytech Gaming,
Mhm.
Okay.
and I love them. My first PC was from them. This one's doing amazing, and this is running
Nice.
all my games like way smoother. So I'm like, yes,
Nice.
I can
man.
play that now. I think
And what was the game you were trying to play?
I was trying to play the new Hellblade.
Oh,
Hell
Senua's Sacrifice? No.
Senua Saga.
Senua's Saga. Got
The
it.
first one was Senua's Sacrifice.
Mhm.
The games themselves are very important to me. I'm actually going to be doing a video here soon to explain why they're important to me because it's something
Yeah.
I've touched on but never really expressly said
Mhm.
because it's one of those things that has a stigma to it, mental health
Okay.
wise.
Yeah. Hey man, that's the thing is a lot of those videos like it's I enjoy those videos, watching content creators get personal about shit and art and how that relates to them and how they relate to it. That's very interesting, especially would you call it a video, like a almost documentary sort of thing?
Kind of. It's I'm going to try not to get overly in depth with it, but enough to be
Yeah.
like, hey, this is an everyday thing that I've dealt with. Like, I've been dealing with it since I was like 6 years old.
Yeah.
So it's something I'm like, probably time for people to know to understand why this game is important to me.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's always cool to
Well,
like
hey man,
share that shit.
what is your YouTube at?
so YouTube should be the Reborn Outcast name.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm trying to drop a follow mid pod so I can get a notey when this shit goes
Yes,
live.
sir.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna go up on there. There's I have them privated, I think, right now. There's some old matches on there from when I just used to record the shows, not wrestle.
Mhm.
But I don't think they're listed. I might have to go back and do that
Okay.
because one of those people is no longer with us.
I'm sorry.
Sorry about that. Man.
My condolences.
Yeah, it was a few years ago, but like, damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I get that.
That's what
Mhm.
hardcore wrestling does to you, children.
Mm-hmm. That's real, man. I did want to ask, what was your favorite game to play on stream?
Saw you playing a little Stardew.
So you playing a
Yeah,
little
so
Lethal Company?
Stardew is one that I play with the fiance all the time because she
Nice.
loves it. And
Excellent.
I think probably my favorite clip to come from Stardew is probably one of the dumbest ones is I was waiting for her to come back to the farm and she came up from the bottom and I ran out from behind the house with a clam in my hands, just yelled about the clam slam or something. Just, just more proof that I'm not right in the head.
Come on and slam. And
You're a
welcome to the
wrestler,
clam.
man.
I think it was something like, get ready for the clam slam, and just ran out from behind the house with a clam in my hand for no reason.
Tonight. The clam slam.
But yeah, there's not really a game specifically I can think of where I was like, yes, this game for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
But I think that's a big thing that plays into my content because I love playing variety games. Like,
Yep.
I haven't streamed them again since the last one, but I have like those hidden object games I have loved to play since I was a kid. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a couple of those on here, and I like playing the social games, but I don't ever have a full group.
No, that's real. That's real.
And I'm
cool
always
fucking-
streaming late at night because I get off at like 11 at night. So it's like, nobody's going to be awake for this.
Mhm.
Nobody's going to want to stay up with me.
Nah, man.
But
You're right.
lately, streams lately have been like TCG Card Simulator and stuff like that. I've been doing a lot of simulator games.
Okay.
Nice. Any,
Which simulator game did you just recently play?
I was say,
I'm
yeah.
curious.
The most recent one was TCG.
TCG. I think I've seen that one on Steam.
Yes. That can feed your card addiction if you're like a Pokemon person. Like some people have mods to make them Pokemon cards and stuff.
Hmm.
Which I love mods. I'm okay with mods, but to me, you have to experience the game as it is first and
Mhm.
then go into mods.
Yep.
Lately, it seems like everybody's like, I'll have one round of this game and then I'll do nothing but mods. And it's like, just play the game normal, please.
I
They
can see
made the
that,
game
yeah.
the way it is for a reason. Please
Mhm.
give it a chance.
No, that's fair. That's fair. I was like that with Fallout for a while.
Yo.
Yeah. People just over mod everything these days. Like it's immediately, we need mods for this. Or you can have fun with the actual game.
Bro,
Yeah,
never
exactly.
breathe,
If
bro.
it's not like a game-breaking bug, then just
Yeah.
just maybe slow down, enjoy the process,
Yeah, like
enjoy what was given.
I've never had mods on Lethal Company.
Really?
Yeah,
Mods for you?
I've always done vanilla.
Mhm.
And honestly, if I did do a mod, I feel like the only one I would do is probably the one that makes the loot bug shout yippee, and that's it. I don't care about the others.
Nice one, yeah.
The actual monsters that are in the game currently, I'm okay with dealing with them as long as I don't have to deal with the Bracken. I hate that. I've had my neck snapped by him so many times. There's literally a clip on a friend's channel out there where he's looking forward, getting ready to jump the gap, and you just hear snap, and he turns around and he's dragging my body away.
Oh my god.
It gets real in Lethal Company,
For
bro.
real,
It gets
bro.
real.
Yeah, it really does.
I was putting
Is that
together
something? Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I was putting together one of the StreamerCollabs moments, and one of my favorite clips from you is on Lethal Company with the turret. That shit was so funny, bro. I was crying.
When you guys were talking to me about that, I was like,
Yeah.
thinking it was the one where Lou opened up the freaking door and I was like, oh no. And I just got shot by a turret. But it's actually the one where my fiance died on the staircase and I was like trying to go collect her body. I didn't realize it was going to register that I was there and it immediately shot me. I'm like, ah. And of course, you got her laughing at me as soon as I get into the friggin' death chat. And I'm like, oh.
Naturally, yeah.
And then your homie was like, Reborn?
That was again Lucy Co. Because every time I play that game with him, I'm like, I need to stop playing games with you. He's like, why? Because when I play games with you, especially if it's a game that's supposed to have a scary element to it, it goes into the horror scenario, and I'm like the blackest of us all, and so I'm just immediately the first one that dies.
Mm-hmm. Fair. Yeah.
Like it seems like that happens every time.
Black people in the movies, bro.
That was me in Phasmophobia. Have you played that one?
Yeah, that's what happens too. He will entice it so bad, and I'm the one who gets it. I'm like, I hate you,
bro. I swear, every single time I was first dead in Phas, I was number one spectator worldwide. It was insane, bro. It was insane. I was like, damn, again, bro. Really?
I think it was one of my friends that doesn't even play games. He was watching the clips and he's like, does the game just have like a minority seeker or something? What is this?
Yes. Yes.
Most games,
like,
most horror
games,
games,
you might be right.
Like, okay, since we're on this topic, I was watching, I forget his name. I was watching someone play Outlast, and he was black, right?
Yeah.
And he climbs into the window. Firstly, I don't care how big of a scoop this story is. If the door to the asylum that's overrun is locked and I have to climb through a broken window to get in and investigate, my ass is not going in there. I'm bringing the police.
Yeah.
Regardless. Empty SWAT cars and shit, bro. I'm not going in there, bro.
No. What do you take me for, a fool? Like,
SWAT lost?
And he climbs into the window and the first body drops down. He screams, jumps out the window, runs back to his car, tries to turn that shit on. I'm like, this is the valid reaction.
This is reality.
Yep. This is reality. Because me personally, I'm not doing that shit.
Yeah, hell no. Hell no.
The big guy in there is the first person I ever gave a nickname to in a game.
Big Brocky.
I for some reason I tried to record a video when it first came out of it, and for some reason I started shouting "piggyback bacon bitch."
Nice.
Not sure why.
Piggyback bacon bitch.
Not sure why, but that's exactly what happened.
That was a catchy one.
See,
that was a catchy.
See, Brock Lesnar.
Oh yeah,
that's Big Brocky, because I watched Berlizzi play it. I don't know if you know who Berlizzi is.
It sounds familiar.
Yeah. I was watching Berlizzi play it. He was like, bro, that's fucking him. That's Brock. Just like Big Brocky. That's
Big Brocky, man.
That is still fucking 10, 11 years later, probably the scariest game I've ever seen.
Oh yeah.
Outlast is.
The reason I didn't upload it is because I didn't jump really at all. I'm horrible when it comes to horror stuff. Like my fiance will try to get me to jump and it doesn't work. She's maybe got me once in 8 years of being together. And she's like, why aren't you scared? I'm like, if you only knew the things I've seen and done, you would understand why there's no fear.
See, I'm prone to fright, bro. I'm like a little gazelle. Like I hear that sheet, I'm like,
okay, so put a note in there. Buzz does not see my stuff when I start having my character in wrestling. Got it. Oh, I'm going creepy.
Oh, for real?
Multiple personalities.
I'm in the front stands chewing my fingernails, bro.
Multiple personalities.
Nice, man.
And it's always cool to have. It's always cool when the wrestler has personality. Like I go back to, what was his name? Ultimate Warrior. He wasn't an Ultimate Warrior in real life. That was a character he played. Or
no, he was
Rey Mysterio.
Like it's just bringing the OGs, man.
Yeah.
Hey, man. My wrestling knowledge is limited. I am basing this all off of the WWE games.
If you want to really look at character work, he's unfortunately passed at this point. But Bray Wyatt is great character work.
Bray Wyatt.
Yes.
Fucking, Randy Savage was I didn't watch a lot of Savage like what's the name? It's like matches, but I do
Yeah.
know I loved him in Spider-Man 1.
Okay, so here's the thing. I have the sound alert for that.
Yeah.
I got you for 3 minutes. 3 minutes of playtime. And unfortunately now, because I bought these in San Diego, every time somebody activates that sound alert, I start doing the voice, and I'm just sitting there.
You
Let
have
me
it
tell
back.
you something, me Gene.
It's been a freak show.
I always put these on and I start doing the voice, and it's just so ridiculous.
It's
That's sick, bro. I did
Randy
not see that.
Savage he was a man of his time, bro. He was
The greatest thing to
special.
do when it comes to Randy Savage, his matches were always good, but what was great was watching his interviews because
Okay.
he is beyond unhinged. There's literally an interview where he never faces the camera. He's just facing away. Well, let me tell you something, Mean Gene, and he just looking at his back. It's like,
Hello?
turn around.
Over here.
We're here.
Like, hey,
Squeaking the duck in front of the camera.
shaking the coin, shaking the keys.
Never
Yeah.
once faces the camera and just walks away, and BG's like, what just happened?
It's the interview.
It's the macho man.
Exactly.
It's the
man.
macho
Great.
man.
The freaking props. Yeah, it just comes out with creamer. And he's like got 50 of them in his fanny pack, keeps pulling them out. Yeah, because I'm the cream of the crop. Yeah, I mean, yeah. It just keeps throwing them. It's like, what's
So-
going on?
So fucking
Gone too
bro.
soon, bro.
So,
Facts.
I highly recommend watching them, even if you're not a wrestling fan. Please, just go watch them because they're
Yeah.
so out there.
Absolutely.
Interviews, yeah. But I'm gonna watch some fucking Randy Savage interviews, especially the
Dude, it's funny. I think there's one with like Tito Santana. He's like got a wastebasket with him. And he's like, you can give him this wastebasket because he's trash. Yeah. And it's like,
oh my god, coming after next.
I just
gonna let him
love
talk
his
about you like that?
intonation, the way he speaks, the way he carries
Yeah.
himself. We're never gonna see someone like him again, bro. He was
he was
was
out
special.
there. I loved it so much. The interviews were just everything.
Nice man. Yeah.
I live for those.
Should be
You
fun.
feel sad? Watch Randy Savage interview.
Randy Savage. Hey man, Randy Savage. Quick pick me up. Just a quick little pick me up.
Exactly.
Oh,
Good shit, man.
I don't know if we asked this yet, but did anybody inspire you to make content creation, like to start, or was it something you just decided to do?
Honestly, for a while there, I wasn't a YouTube person until like 2010.
Mhm.
And it's because
Okay.
my little brother watched YouTube stuff. And I think I came across some stuff myself. I enjoyed them.
Mhm.
Some of the OGs like Gassy Mexican, Cnan, or stuff like that. But then eventually I realized other people could do it because for them, I saw the Machinima stuff. I'm like, okay, they're with a company, you know,
Mhm.
which Machinima, your contract sucked.
I heard that. Yeah,
Oh,
I
Lord.
heard about that.
But no, once I started watching the Vanoss stuff, I was like, oh, I could technically do this too if they're doing it
Yeah.
because they're just college students.
Vanoss.
Yeah. So that's what made me realize I could do it, but I had
Mhm.
always wanted to do it. I was just like, but would it matter?
Mhm.
Mm.
And actually, the funniest thing with Gassy Mexican, which I had to explain this to him, not this year's TwitchCon, but last year's. I didn't realize he was the person I had met when I was like younger and in Chicago for for the summer,
That's where
and
you
like
met
hung
him.
out with him and his brother at the fucking park. And it didn't click until I was watching him for like 4 years, and I was like, wait a minute, didn't I know a Max that I met in Chicago? And then
That's so fucking
slowly
sick.
but surely, I
The
remembered the
second.
voices, and I was like, mother.
I know that ain't who I think it is.
Wait 1 minute.
Exactly, bro.
Hold on, player. Hold on, player.
Hold on, pimp.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
That's so fucking sick. And you
That's
met
crazy.
him again. You said it last year's TwitchCon?
Last year's, and I ran into him at this year's.
Cool.
Nice,
Cool.
man.
Did he was it how was it? How was the interaction?
It was good. I'm always going to be respectful of people that obviously ain't going to remember me. I'm weird. I remember people and they'll be like, do I know you? I'm like, yeah, we went to school together. But did we? I'm like, okay, I was that person that flew under the radar, knew everybody, but people definitely weren't going to remember my ass. So, and I like it that way.
Yeah, man, that's
No,
fair.
that's fair. I was the
I was
same
not,
way.
you know what I'm saying? Do
I
not
was
hit
the
me
same
up.
way, bro. Just flew under the radar, and then around 11 or 12, I just started getting loud and like funny. I guess funny for a 12-year-old, right? So fart
Yeah.
jokes and shit. So
Yeah, people
Nice.
didn't start like actually having a reason to remember me until I think my junior year when I started coming on my show, and they're like, "Oh, oh, he's funny."
I'll fuck with this dude.
Okay.
nice,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah. That's it, bro. Nice.
Yeah.
Self-made, bro. And of course, with gassy Mexican and Venos.
Yes.
Yes.
Good
So,
shit, man. Good shit.
nice, man. And I did want to ask you this. How would you say you take an off day? Like no work, no streaming, no nothing, just like hobbies. You know what I'm saying? Any
Um, that's a tough one because it
Yeah.
seems like because I work Monday through Friday.
Okay.
I work in a school district, so Monday through Friday. But then usually on the weekends, fiance has plans for us, or I have
Okay.
a show or something like that. Sunday is probably the only day where it's a possibility of it, and that's
Mhm.
only because laundry has to get done.
Okay.
Real.
So otherwise, like for the most part, there's not many days off. Like I'll get off of work, come home, and have like half an hour to get stuff ready to stream. I'll
Mhm.
stream for 2 hours, go to bed about 3 a.m.
Hmm.
And then I'll get up about 9 a.m., 10 a.m. to get ready for work, make sure I eat, make sure I take my medication, whatever I need to do, because migraines suck.
Yes.
And just it's a cycle, just consistently.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, migraines are fun when you get them to the point that truancy was calling you in high school, like, hey, why is he not at school? Hey, it's known that my migraines murder me.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm going to stay in this dark room. You go ahead and do your thing.
Yeah,
Exactly.
you go ahead and march on,
Fully.
officer.
Exactly,
Get to
bro.
stepping, buddy.
I used to get the worst migraines before I got glasses. Apparently, like this
Yeah.
eye's like blind as shit, and then this eye's
Mm,
like this eye's
that'll
like
do
fine.
it.
Yeah, I think this was like short, and then this one's like long. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I got glasses, and it was like it just
I
magically
was
went
I,
away.
I was hoping I was clear because about 22 they had like pretty much stopped, and I was like, oh yeah, awesome,
Nice.
cool. And then within the last year they slowly come back. I'm like, if they come back completely, I can't work. So we
Hmm.
need to do
Hmm.
something about this premeditatively.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, I get that.
absolutely. And I'm glad, at least I'm assuming you found a way to kind of work with them as opposed to
Yes. Right,
okay,
right now they're under control. I haven't
okay,
Good shit.
gotten much of ones. They'll start and then they'll just dissipate away, thankfully.
okay.
Nice.
But they gave me a daily medication and then an emergency one like I had when I was a kid.
Okay.
Okay. Good shit, man. Oh, I'm glad that's something that's being taken care of. I'm
Yeah,
glad you're
man.
able to manage it a little bit.
Me too, because I can actually do things.
There you go.
Exactly, bro.
There you go,
Exactly.
bro.
Good shit, man.
Yeah.
Nice. So that was actually it for our content creation questions. Now we got some silly Billy questions that we gonna
Okay.
ask. You know what I'm saying? So, first one: if you could live in one video game world for a week, which would it be?
For a week.
Hmm.
I'm half tempted. Just to be stupid, I was about to be like, can I choose my slots game that's on my cell phone? Because I've got $25 billion in that damn thing.
Bro. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Let me bring it out. No, if I had to choose any game, it would probably, as weird as the sounds, have to be one of the Assassin's Creed games, just because I'm huge into history. I love
Okay.
history so very much.
Okay.
It's why I want to visit Italy, because I want to visit all the churches. I want to visit all
Hmm.
the different like rivers and stuff like that there. I want to go to Tuscany and see the beautiful sights. The big one, I told my fiance, if we ever do go to Italy, the big one that has to be visited is Montenacione,
Okay.
Okay.
because
Okay.
I want to see the walled city,
Nice.
because the wall's still standing. The wall
Yeah.
is still up.
Right.
So we're talking about Assassin's Creed. We're talking about Italy.
Mhm.
Is it
Yes.
a far stretch to say that to guess that your favorite assassin is Ezio?
Believe it or not, it is not.
Really? Okay.
I
I
wasn't.
love
Yeah.
I love Ezio very dearly, but I've been around the series for since it came out. Like that was literally one of my first gifts ever.
Mm.
and probably the only gift ever from my older brother,
Mhm.
was Assassin's Creed 2. But
Okay.
no,
Starting out with Pete.
I've been playing since the very first one, and I've just loved it ever since. Like, I'll go back to the first one. Most people are like, "Oh, but the gameplay." I don't care about the gameplay. The game's awesome.
Story.
Please,
Exactly. Yeah.
if you would like to, please pull the stick from your bottom and just enjoy a game for once. That'd be great.
Exactly, bro.
So who's your favorite assassin then?
Yes.
The
Yeah.
million-dollar question.
So I don't know if there's absolutely one
Okay.
that fits it, but I think the funniest thing is me and the future brother-in-law play completely opposite when it comes to the game because he loves it too.
Mhm.
When he plays it, he's not trying to sneak around. He's going in full blown, like, let me
Mhm.
decimate everything in sight.
Yeah.
Me, I have always been like, how can I do this without anybody knowing I'm here?
Yep.
I've always
Okay.
been the sneak person.
Nice.
And so they've got those quizzes that tell you which one you are.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
That's actually from Ubisoft itself.
Mm-hmm.
He answered it. He got Bayek. I'm like, that tracks because that's your favorite.
Bayek's the GOAT.
Bayek's amazing. We should have got a second game of him.
Yes.
But I was like, I can't wait to see who it says for me. Sure enough, it gave me one of the sneakiest ones of them all. It gave me Evie Fry.
Evie. I haven't played that one.
Syndicate.
Syndicate.
He
Yes.
plays
Syndicate,
the
Okay.
twins.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Pretty
the one.
much. Pretty much, if you're like me and you like to sneak around, Evie's the one because eventually, if you find all the music boxes throughout the city,
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
you get a basically armor thing that's Isu, the like those who came before people or whatever.
Yeah.
And if you stand still for a second, it makes you invisible pretty much.
Damn.
Huh. Nice.
I've literally stood in the middle of like an enemy compound with that on, just like, is anybody gonna come past me?
Posted, man.
I just want to stab one of you. Just come near me.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to stab
Just a
you.
little stabbing.
I'll
That's
stab you with a knife.
Assassin's Creed Syndicate. I feel like because that's like Industrial Revolution
Yes, that's
era England.
That's Victorian era, like
Victorian.
London, like the industrialized area
Yeah.
and stuff like that. Yeah,
Such a cool setting.
yeah.
Okay.
So this is a good time.
Mhm.
I do have to ask
That's
before we.
also the one with the grapple hook. I had to say
Yes.
Okay.
that.
Nice. I did want to ask before we moved on from Assassin's Creed, what were your thoughts on Black Flag?
Black Flag is probably the best one they've ever done.
That's a fair assumption.
Yes.
That's fair. Or not
and-
assumption. Opinion. That's fair
And
opinion.
and here's my
Class.
reasoning: is there was a lot of freedom in the game.
Yep.
I don't know why they changed any of the boat like.
Mechanics.
They kind of came back to it with Odyssey and a
Odyssey,
little
yeah.
bit in Origins, but the boat combat was just perfect. The getting onto other ships was perfect. Ubisoft, what the hell did you do with Skull and Bones? Lord of Heaven. You had a
Dude,
framework.
like what? I remember go ahead. We can talk about Skull and Bones in a second.
But they just meshed both the pirate life and the assassin order into one really well. It clicked, it made sense, it worked all together. And then they also had that mechanic where you built up your own like land. So you fixed up
Yep.
the mansion that you got, you fixed
Yep.
up the dock, you gave a place for your pirates to schmooze with other women. Like just all that was perfectly done. There was a lot to it, but also not too much. I'm looking at you, Valhalla.
Oh,
So-
brother. Valhalla.
That's the first one and the only one I have ever struggled to get through.
It's a chore, dude. Like I remember I played. Now, let me be real. One of the best looking games I've ever played. Like it's up there with Red Dead Redemption 2. It looks really good. It's not fun to play. It's just I'm playing it and I'm like, this it feels like I should be having fun. For $60, I should be having fun.
Yeah.
And it's like not happening. Have you played Mirage yet?
Yeah, I started to play it on stream, but it was another one of those games where my PC just wasn't keeping up very well. I need to go
Yeah.
back to it.
Mirage is really fun.
very good.
Mirage
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
I feel like they, from what I did play of it, they did do a good blend of like current stuff and the old school style. I feel like it was a
Yes.
good blend.
And Bassam is a really good character. Like,
Yeah,
Yep.
unfortunately, my Twitch chat is very like thirsty for a lot of the characters.
Okay.
Like I put a vote in my freaking Discord at one point, and I was like, "What game do I play tonight?" And I put it Assassin's Creed Odyssey, fully knowing that's what's gonna get voted. I know it's what's gonna get voted.
because
Mhm.
Cassandra.
Yeah, and it got voted completely, and so I just had to go in my general chat, and I was like, "I knew you'd pick Assassin's Creed, you horny bastards."
I thought we were talking about Bassam for a second because when you said because
No,
I was like, you know what? That's fair. Bassam's
that is
a
one of
handsome
them.
fella.
Yeah.
My artist for my emotes and stuff like that is one of the people who comes in and thirsts. And last night they were like, Bassam. I was like, horny.
Yo.
It's a great game though. Assassin's
Yeah,
Creed
it's
Mirage
great.
is really fun. Like
I love going back and playing all the old ones and stuff. It's a great time.
and what's crazy is that they hold up really well.
Oh
Like
yeah, they do.
Assassin's Creed 3, Assassin's Creed Black Flag. I
Yeah.
still need to get around to it's just they're still $20 and that's not a lot of money. I mean it's
Wait
Alright.
for
It's
watch
like
for those
game.
Ubisoft sales because a lot of times
Yes.
they'll have like for example this last one they had every single game except for Mirage in a pack and I think it was only like $125 for every single game.
that's not bad at all. Does that come
No.
with DLC?
I don't know if it comes with DLC.
Okay.
I know when it comes to the Ezio collection when you get that the DLCs are automatically in there.
Mhm.
But outside of that I don't know
That's fair.
Okay.
because I've bought every game as soon as they came out.
That's-
So I
that's
can't
fair,
say
man.
nothing.
That's fair, man. I mean, even we both bought Assassin's Creed Valhalla day one, I'm assuming.
Yes. Yes.
Ubisoft, man. What? Come on.
What the hell?
Their name says it all. As soon as you start their games recently, Ubisoft.
Ubisoft.
Okay, fuck, I could talk about Assassin's Creed all
Yeah,
day.
no, I don't blame you in any
Black
way.
Flag aged so well. Like I was
Yes.
playing
Facts.
it last week and I was like, oh shit, this feels like a game. This could have come out today. Like if they're remaking it.
Yes,
They are?
They're remastering it.
Bro,
Better
I'll buy that.
graphics. That's I'll pay 40, 50 bucks for that.
I will say as long as we don't get the same day one glitches we had with that one. The game itself is great, but whenever you're like floating in the water suddenly when you load up your save and you're like, why is there a whirlpool in front of me? And it's your ship like in the bottom of the ocean.
Yep, I've seen that
No.
one. I've seen
Yeah.
that one.
I haven't seen.
I've had that happen 3 times when I first started playing the game, and I was like, what's happening right now?
It's a glitch in the animus, bro. It's just a little glitch in the animus.
Yeah.
We got to get rid of the non-animus stuff. Like, I'm sorry, this might be a hot take. I do not care about what's his name. What's his name?
Which one are we talking? Desmond or
Desmond. I don't give a hoot about Desmond, respectfully.
I mean, technically, at the end of Valhalla, he makes another appearance.
He technically. God, what a cool game! Like not Valhalla.
Yeah.
Like it's a cool how it happened.
Yes, it's
Yes.
just to play
Yeah.
sometimes. I think the funniest thing to me, and this is the one thing that I'm never gonna forgive Ubisoft for. I hate y'all for this. They did not close out the Juno stuff in the game.
Right. Oh, you're talking about. We're still talking about Valhalla, right?
No, she's
Okay.
dead by Valhalla. So in the original games, whenever you stab Lucy as Desmond because you're willed forward by Juno, the
Mhm.
Isu or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, she gets freed by you whenever you kill Desmond by saving the world, whatever, blah, blah, blah.
Mhm.
And the next couple games, she's featured because she's trying to get a body again and trying to take control of the world.
Yeah.
After, I think, Unity maybe or Syndicate, we never heard a damn thing about her again. And that's because they killed her in the comics.
That's always so annoying, bro. Like I don't need to read comics and fucking the web comics, the webtoons, the back of cereal boxes. Just give me in the fucking game, bro. Give it to me in the
It
format that
drove
I
me
know
nuts.
everything else from.
Because I was waiting. I was like, when are we getting back to Juno? And my friend goes, oh, she's dead. I was like, what?
When that happened.
He goes, yeah, they killed her in the comics. I'm like, what comics? What the hell are you talking about? Because God forbid Ubisoft ever advertises, hey, by the way, there's books, there's comics, there's this, there's that, and they all tie in.
That's crazy.
That's
I had no
gotta be
idea
annoying as
about
hell.
that. at all.
Yeah. I was like, I'm gonna slap somebody.
You did mention Unity in passing. How are we feeling about Unity?
I liked Unity. Like I
Okay.
understand there was a lot of glitches and everything else. I got lucky. I didn't have to experience any of the glitches. I didn't get any of them. So when the stuff came out about it, I'm like, I haven't had any of this.
Mhm.
Like none of
Unity
it.
it's very fun. Like that's
Yeah.
another one I went back to. I was like, oh, this is
It's another one of those cases where people at the time were like, this is so stupid. And then they go back and they're like, oh, I've always loved this game. No, you didn't.
Mhm.
Shut up.
I hate that shit, bro. That shit pisses me off. Now you
I-
hated this before, bro. You still hate it.
Yeah.
stand 10 toes on it.
Exactly. Keep that energy, buddy. Nah.
Oh, it drives me nuts.
I want to play Assassin's Creed now.
I apologize. It's a sickness.
I gotta play Odyssey or Origins again. Wasn't a huge fan of Odyssey, but Origins, Bayek is
I think just because I'm a huge like I said, history and everybody also love mythology a lot. I actually
Yeah.
did enjoy Odyssey a lot.
Okay.
yeah.
It's one of my comfort games because I can go back and be like, I know this place because of this myth or this myth.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's sick. Yeah.
And that's not to say it's a bad game. I'm not backtracking. I still feel
No.
like I enjoy it, but I feel like I enjoy Origins a little bit more.
Yeah, Origins was a little more compacted compared to that. That's where we started to get into this is starting to get tiresome after a while
Mhm.
kind of thing, where there's just quest for the sake of quests. And
Yeah.
then Valhalla took it to another level, and you're like, I would rather have diarrhea right now than go through this entire map
Yeah.
ever again.
That as a game developer, you do not want any aspiring game developers. If you're making a game, ask yourself, would I rather have diarrhea than play this game? And if the answer is yes, maybe fix a couple
Yeah.
things.
Maybe just
Make
tweak.
some adjustments.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But,
If your product is making people rather have the Hershey squirts than actually play your game, maybe just
Hershey
go the other
squirts.
the
way.
Hershey squirts is
Write that down.
fucking
Write that down.
diabolical work, bro.
This is like, write that down.
Write that shit down.
We need that.
Hershey squirts is
That's
crazy.
crazy, bro.
I always called it that. People were like, "Where'd you come up with that?" I'm like, "I swear I heard it somewhere, but."
Right, you just gotta own
Bubble
that
guts.
shit now. That's you. That's you. You ain't hear that shit nowhere. Full credit. But
And for our next question,
Yes.
I see your necklace, so I'm gonna take a stab in the dark when I say DC, or I'm gonna ask you DC or Marvel.
Okay. The necklace is a little different.
Okay.
It's for my cousin, who
Okay.
pretty much was my father figure growing up.
Okay.
Back in 2017, he was killed in a car accident.
oh my God.
I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry about
So I wear Superman stuff, everything else. When I had the match, I did a tribute to him during it and stuff like that. So
that. Nice.
that's all him. But as far as superheroes go, I've been weird in the fact that I'm very middle ground on everything. Like, I don't like talking politics,
Yeah.
but in my civics class in high school, we had this test, and it would determine how far left you lean and how far right you lean.
Mhm.
And this was like the second or third year this guy was a teacher, and we take the test, and he's looking at everybody. He's like, "Who is this in dead center? Your points couldn't have gotten dead center." And he's like, looks up at me, and he's like, "You got dead center?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Yeah. Really live this shit, bro.
That's valid.
So like that's been a trend ever since. Like people
Yeah.
are like, he's the negotiator because he sees both sides. I'm like,
Mhm.
yeah, I see both sides. So it's hard for me to choose one thing or the other, except for in sports. I have my teams. But
Okay.
Ravens and Rangers.
yes, those are back there.
Yeah.
NBA, I don't have a team
Mhm.
because a big thing for me is it's not just the gameplay and stuff like that. You have to have a community like outreach. You have to do stuff for the community.
Mhm.
And my team stopped doing that when they were sold. So,
Damn.
yeah. Looking at you, Houston Rockets. Looking at you.
Hey, Rockets.
Mhm.
I'm only saying Rockets. We were born
we
in
were born in
Houston,
Houston,
so it's like
Yeah, no, they used to be big community people, and then once they got sold off to whoever, a lot of the community stuff stopped.
Mhm.
Like they do some
Sucks.
stuff still, but it's not to the level it used to be.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And that drove me nuts. I'm like, I'm gonna take a step back.
That's fair.
Hockey, my team just moved, so I really don't know what to do anymore, especially because they didn't even give themselves a new name. They just call themselves the Hockey Club. What the hell is that?
The hockey club.
Utah Hockey Club. They were given all of these names like Yeti and Blizzard and all this
The
stuff. And I'm
Utah
like,
Yetis
cool.
goes kind of hard.
Low key.
Exactly. And he goes, we're just going to be called the Hockey Club for the first year. I'm like, the hell you are. You had months to prepare this. The hell do you mean?
Someone forgot, bro. They did not put that shit on their calendar. Like, hockey club. We're the hockey club. Yeah.
It's like the one sport where my fiance Megan found her own team, which was the Knights. So now I'm like, I'm cheering for your team now. Fuck this.
Yeah.
I'm not sitting here going, go hockey club. No, that's dumb.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, once they sort out the name situation, maybe we can start.
We'll have a conversation.
We could have a conversation about it at the very least.
At least he attempted to change the name, whereas with the Utah Jazz, it was like, we're going to move from New Orleans and keep the same name. What?
The New Orleans Jazz?
They were the New Orleans Jazz. They were originally in New Orleans. They were called the New Orleans Jazz. And when they moved, they pulled the LA Lakers, where instead of changing their name, they kept the name. And it made 0 sense for the region.
I mean, jazz is a big part of New Orleans, though, isn't it?
Yes.
Like that's why it makes sense to me, because you got niggas leaning out of buildings with trumpets and shit, serenading, women passing by bread and shit. I don't know, bro. When I think of New Orleans, I think of like jazz and good food.
And then they moved to Utah, and they were like, we're keeping the same name. Are you though? So they've just been the Jazz ever since, and it's made 0 sense. And it's the same thing with the Lakers. They're still popular to this day, and I'm like, but you're not in Minneapolis anymore. There's the problem.
Fat check noggin, man. Where you at?
Oh, it's so funny to me. Like, how you gonna move the team to somewhere else and be like, yeah, fuck this area. We're gonna keep the old name. What?
That doesn't make any sense. I guess it's to keep the merch. Yeah. Because it's like, I don't want to change this shit. It's the time we move, bro.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Jazz.
We stay in the Jazz. So, yeah. But as far as the DC Marvel thing, I don't have a side, especially because my favorite hero is technically not either one.
Okay. Who is it?
I love Spawn.
How did I know? As soon as you said it, I was like, this guy's going to say Spawn.
I love Spawn so very much. I read the comics when I was younger. I have the HBO specials that they used to do, the series or whatever.
Yeah.
Like iconic ever of the ice cream dude that would kidnap children, and he freaking pinned him up to the wall with chains and popsicle sticks and put he made kids scream, so I made him scream.
And scream and scream.
Yeah.
Yup. I know exactly what you're talking about. And when you say, did you watch the and this might be what you mentioned, the HBO special, the animated series with Keith David? David?
Yep.
Okay.
I believe that's the name. Yeah.
I think so, yeah. Keith David, he voiced
They brought him back for the Mortal Kombat game too. I was super pumped for. Yeah, he's the one who voiced the Spawn in the Mortal Kombat game when he came in. They used him again for that, and I was like, yes.
Mortal Kombat 1, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, because they put Spawn in, and I was like, oh, it's like David voice. Yes.
Nice, man.
Give me the original.
Have you seen the live action Spawn?
I enjoy it, but good Lord Almighty.
Yeah,
my favorite part is always going to be John Leguizamo as the clown.
Okay. Okay.
Because he had to stay crouched that entire time playing that character, and he's just so out there. I still quote the part where he's like, "You're dead, D-E-D, dead." It's so iconic to me the way that he portrayed him.
Yeah.
And then when he turns into the Violator, and people are like, oh, this is not a clown. No, it is not a clown. This is a demon from hell.
Nice,
Spawn,
man.
that's one I really need to get into more. It's like
Facts, yeah.
like I know some of his lore.
Yes.
I just haven't like
Prepare for some trigger warning potential stuff, but yes.
I mean, I've read
Okay.
Berserk, so like that shit.
Oh, that's a fair point. That's a
Yeah,
fair point.
like Berserk is
That's the trigger warning of trigger warnings.
yeah, Berserk is great, but like
Shit
Ooh.
get
is
wicked.
I'm reading, I'm like, damn, we didn't have to go like we didn't have to do all
I will
that.
say Berserk is not the anime that traumatized me the most. I think the phrase "Big Brother" is what.
Big Brother. Is that
Edward.
Oh, are you talking about Full Metal Alchemist?
Yes.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Oh shit.
Every time I go to a convention now, I fear I'm going to see that freaking picture that somebody made where it's like that thing where when you look at it from a certain angle,
Mhm.
it's a different image.
Mhm.
Yep.
Somebody made one, and it was the little girl, and then it goes to the dog, and then it goes to the chimera of the two.
Yeah.
And I was like, who's buying this and making a demand for this? I want to talk
Why
to my attorney.
you're
I
sick, some sick individual out there. Some glutton for pain and suffering.
like, you got to be kidding me. Who bought this?
Have you seen okay, so do I watch both Full Metal Alchemist or just the second one? Because I heard the second one is more like manga accurate.
So the second one is more manga accurate.
Okay.
For me, it's a big thing of like whenever people ask me my suggestions for anime, I'm gonna ask them a few questions, but then I'm gonna be like, for you, it's gonna be what your preference is.
Yeah.
There's a few series I can think of where I went into them and I'm like, oh, I'm actually enjoying this. I didn't expect to enjoy this.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Like I'm sorry for anybody who loves all of these series out there. I get so annoyed by all the series that have reincarnated in their name now.
Yeah. Yeah. Isekais are usually
Yeah.
not for me. Like
The
no
one I've
judgment.
the only
Nothing.
one recently with reincarnated in its name that I have actually found somewhat entertaining has been, and I haven't gotten fully through that first season, but it's like I was reincarnated as a sword, I think it is. It's on Hulu.
Hmm.
And the guy cracks me up because he just leans into being a sword and just like killing things. And I'm like, oh, okay. It's not this whole entire thing of what's going on, what's happening. This dude knew he died in another life and was reborn. And he's like, I don't
I'm a
know
sword.
birds that look like that.
It's like I guess I'm a sword now.
I did try reincarnated as a slime. That shit. What's the vibes on that one, bro? What's the vibes on that one?
It's a little too for me. For me, there's some like if I'm gonna mess with somebody, if somebody's never watched anime before, my favorite thing to do is for them to be like, "What should I check out?" And if it's someone I don't like, I'll be like, "Yeah, if you want like a like family friendly one, go check out Rosario Vampire. Yeah,
Hmm.
that's gonna be real family friendly for you." When in reality, that is like the most harem of harem
Hmm.
freaking animes.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's true.
Skune.
Like watch I can see like an everyman who lives at home just turning it on, watching it in the living room, surrounded by his friends and loved ones. It's like, oh, there are 6 pairs of titties on my screen now.
Yeah.
This is
Oh,
my life.
I've gotten a phone call from a friend ticked off me, and he's like, "You said this was family friendly." I'm like, "Did you actually let your kids stay in the room to watch Rosario Vampire, you moron?
Didn't do
Why
any
would you ever
research.
believe me?"
You got to put them on some Pete.
What?
Put them on Cowboy Bebop.
Oh, Cowboy Bebop.
That's my shit. That is my favorite show.
Oh,
good.
so good.
That's good. I'm still on my JoJo's kick. Yeah, that one's. You,
You,
gotta,
you,
go
you
ahead.
and my friend Jake would get along because he's always sharing memes of JoJo's.
Yup.
Yep, that's what he's
Yup.
doing. That's what you're doing.
Yeah.
Always sharing it
Yeah, that shit,
all
bro.
the time.
They're so funny, but like I feel like I am it's like I have a group chat with me and my brother and my sister, right? And I'm the only one that gets them, but I'll still send them. I'll be like, guys, you gotta watch this shit.
I'm a
It's hilarious.
freaking meme lord myself. I'll be like, they won't get it, but I'm still sending it because they'll still
Exactly.
laugh.
Exactly. Had one wait, have you seen JoJo's?
I've seen a little bit of it. I didn't get too far into it,
Yeah.
Mhm.
but I was like, I can see the appeal of it, but it's
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
my.
Hold on. Was
I'm
it
real-
season 1?
I
season
feel like I
one?
got through season 1. I
Okay.
can't remember
Mhm.
how far I got in, but I feel like I got through season 1.
Okay.
Okay. Season
then I
2 is
think-
decent. I think season 3 is my favorite, but season 4 is getting really good. So, yeah.
Which one's the one where they go to Egypt?
Season 2, I think. Or
Pause immediately. Which one's Egypt?
I like.
hold on.
I fuck with that, bro. What is that? That's
Jotaro, I think.
That's not Diamond. That's
No, that's Star Platinum.
Star Platinum.
Yep.
Star Platinum. They always
Part
got like
3.
these
Okay.
part
okay.
3. Okay, cool.
Season
Cool.
3. Season 3. Yeah, that shit.
And I know I know the Steel Ball Run, I think that's what it's called, is getting an anime adaptation next year. So that's gonna be cool. I say next year, like it's in a year. It's 2 months from now.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus.
Time be flying.
Fuck.
Time do be flying, bro. I'm finna be old, but that's okay.
Every time I hear somebody tell me I'm finna be old, I'm like, how old are you?
I'm 24, bro.
Old enough to make noises when I stand up.
I'm in the
old
twilight. I'm in the
All right,
twilight
well,
of my
this has been fun.
I'm in the twilight of my life, bro. This is
Because like there's somebody in my community that calls me old all the time. I'm like, I'm 33. Can you just stop? Please. I'm not that old.
30 isn't old.
No,
Yeah,
but he
30's
thinks
not
it's hilarious.
30's not old.
And it's funny too, because I sent the link to the match into a Discord.
Mhm.
No, I was streaming and he sends me a message on Discord. He's like, I apologize for everything I've ever said to you and calling you old all the time. I'm like, it's not that serious, bro.
See,
Calm
he saw
down.
you get active. That's what
Exactly.
happened. He was like,
Exactly.
oh shit.
Well, at one point I slammed my buddy's head into the apron, so
See, I want to apologize. Like, that's the type
Bro,
of
I am so sorry.
yeah.
Mhm.
Fair enough, man. And for our last question, and this is an important one.
Yes.
Would you rather clog the toilet during a job interview for your dream job, like you nailed it, one toilet, you go in, you fuck it up, or would you rather clog the toilet on your first date?
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Like I'm
You
talking,
know,
you fucked it up, man. You destroyed it.
I'm gonna be real honest. Either one would probably be okay, considering the fact my profession. But
Okay.
Okay.
but I'm gonna say the first date mostly because she needs to know what's coming.
That's real.
That's a very honest
That's
and
real as
open
fuck.
answer.
Hey,
It's
man.
like,
I'm sorry to tell you, but when I have to go, it's gonna happen one
It's
way or
happening,
another.
bro.
it's gotta
happening.
happen, bro.
The call of nature.
Listen. This is who I am.
Exactly.
I'm a real
Exactly.
shitter, bro. I'm a real
I
shitter.
really be shitting for real.
Well, that's the thing too, is I've had so many people be like, oh, I didn't like. Sorry, Megan, I love you dearly. She did not like fart in front of me for like a full year,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, from day one, I was like, I don't give a shit. Like, I don't care.
That's such
I
that's
don't
such a
care.
man thing. That's such a man
That's
thing.
gangster's fuck, bro.
But that's the thing is, I know so many guys who are like, yeah, I at least wait until a couple of dates. I'm like, I don't give a shit. Like, they need to know what's coming.
Yeah,
bro.
that's
They
fair.
need to understand who I actually am.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna sugarcoat it.
That's fair. Like,
I'm not gonna play pretend.
That's-
we got.
I don't have any bodily functions. Tee-hee. No, like
I know.
no.
I know
Let
you be farting, bro. Let me smell.
It's a Beyblade. Let it rip. Just let it go. Let it go.
That's the thing, bro. Especially in those like the early days of the relationship, people are like so shy. They're like, "No, of course I don't fart. My poop doesn't stink." Like, bro, be real with me. We're both human. We both.
Exactly. We both
This
know.
my entire
know.
household, we don't care about the smell. My cat will go in there and drop in. And we'll be in the living room and be like, "Good Lord, did you cover it?"
Yes.
Yo.
Yes.
Yup.
And she'll just look up at us. "Oh." Like, no,
No.
you need to cover that.
The mouth does not cover it. Get in there, bro.
Damn. That cat drives me nuts sometimes because I'll be sleeping and then all of a sudden I'll feel something on my hand and she's like trying to get me to pet her while I'm sleeping. I'm like,
Mhm.
I have to sleep
I'm
so that I can function at work, so that I can
Yeah.
pay for your food. And she'll just look at me, oh, I know.
Like, no, that's not what this is.
That's not how this works at all.
Yeah.
See,
I know how that be, bro. I be sleeping too, bro, sometimes and my cat will I'll just feel like 200 pounds of just 4 paws on on my back or on my stomach, bro. I'll just be like, God damn, I can't breathe. And then it's just like, oh, it's just you. Just like pet me now. Just staring me down, bro. Trying to snatch my necklace today.
Yes.
He tried to snatch my necklace today. And just see claws coming at me, bro. I'm like, bro, what is happening? I'm getting my chain snatched.
It's funny too because my fiance adopted her, and then I moved in not too long after. Even before I moved in, she was like, "You do realize I'm the one who adopted you. You can get off at his lap and come over to mine. You know that, right?" She has literally walked across hers to get to mine and just lay down, and she's like,
That's intentional disrespect.
What?
Yeah,
That's
that's
crazy.
went out of the way.
"What
Yeah.
are you doing? I adopted you. I got you from the shelter. He didn't do shit." I'm like, yeah. I'm the
Don't listen
one.
to her. Don't listen to her. It's all good, man.
I am the Neo of this situation.
The chosen one.
Matrix is so fucking cool. Shout out Keanu Reeves,
For
bro.
real.
Yeah.
Shout out Keanu
Cyberpunk?
Reeves for the first one.
I haven't played it. I'll be real honest.
good.
Though
Really good.
I will say one of my friends I met at this year's TwitchCon was playing it last night, and when I popped in, she apparently didn't realize when you're creating your character,
Yep.
it's just
Yeah.
boobage.
Oh
Yup.
yeah, that was.
And she was freaking out. And I was
Yeah.
like, so if it's like a surprise moment and it's titties, is that a titty tada? Like, is that
Titty
like,
tada.
ta-ta-da?
A titty tada.
Like, what is that? It's just like, you need to stop.
It's very bold of them to include like the Wang slider, like the
Oh, yeah.
size slider.
That
It's like, 'cause I
was-
remember
yeah, that was-
first time I made my character, I was like, okay, cool, just penis,
What cracked me up is
small, large.
what cracked me up
Large.
is somebody else in the chat is like, I have a mod for you if you want to make it a guy. And she's like, what's the mod? He's like, have you ever seen a bazooka on a person's groin? Because it pretty much makes it that.
Bro. Yeah,
It was like, yeah, that's the
Flop
where
physics.
I go back to work.
Jiggle
Mhm.
physics and everything, bro.
bro. Bro, that's a whole nother pant leg, bro. Like, come
Oh
on.
yeah.
That's like, come on, bro.
I was like, how would that even work? The person even like created it to where there's like physics to it.
Oh my
Yep.
god, bro.
So,
some
Yep.
If you
people-
look down at your character and he's walking, you just see it like drag.
Like Randy Marsh in that one episode of
bro,
South
that's so
Park.
crazy. It's so crazy, bro. Some
It's like,
people
okay, I'm not doing that mod.
got a lot
I
of
want to
time.
stay
on it.
monetized.
Exactly.
A lot of
That's
people,
so
man,
funny,
with a
bro.
lot of time on their hands.
Exactly.
Oh, it's like Skyrim. Skyrim, I'm like, I really want to play some of those mods, but I don't know if I want to at this point now. Like the ones that make all the dragons Macho Man.
Yep. Yep.
Bro, what did I see? I think they made all the like spiders Kanye or something. Or
Yeah.
it was just like, what am I watching, bro?
the new brain rot one.
Where Kanye's following you.
Yup, yup. All of the lights.
Yep.
Oh, mods can be great, but they can be also be annoying.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah,
especially
definitely.
like with Skyrim. Like I feel like there are a lot of really good mods, and then there are a lot of mods where it's like we didn't have to
Yeah.
add this.
No,
like, I
we-
mean,
You
like
don't
this
need
is
to
a
do that.
13-year-old game. Like let's
Pump the brakes here.
pump the brakes. That's a great way to put it.
Unfortunately, it's going to keep happening until 6 comes out. So
Which will be
Lord only knows.
never. It'll be never.
Let's announce it and then not have an actual date and then not actually be anywhere near done with the game.
They haven't even dude, by the time they announced it in 2018, they hadn't even started it.
No.
They're
they
just like,
hadn't.
yeah, we're working on it, guys. Don't worry. In the meantime, enjoy Fallout 76. And then we
Enjoy
got
Fallout 76 and Starfield, which people are going to play for 2 weeks and then be like,
Hot take. Starfield isn't that bad. The writing.
it's not. It's the
Let me see.
writing. It's,
I actually don't. I like the writing for a lot of it. Like, not the main story. The main story is kind of dookie because I don't give a shit about space rocks.
yeah.
But for like the side missions and the little characters that you meet once or twice and then you're done, I was like, huh, I'm really invested in this little character.
Unfortunately, that's what they're banking on at this point with a lot of games. I don't think people realize it, but those side quests are all there because they're banking on the fact that even though the main story is a flaming bag of dog crap on the porch,
Yeah.
that you're going to fall in love with these side characters and be like, I'm going to come back all the time because these side characters make me feel something.
Yeah. And that's kind of where I am with Starfield. It's like the side characters, they do make me feel something. Like I feel joy. But no, the writing for the main stories.
And that's for a lot of things lately, I feel like. So
yeah, I feel like. But wait a minute, hold up. I'm trying to think. Something recently came out. I say recently, like I mean this year.
Yeah.
I know people were bagging on The Last of Us 2
Yeah.
for a while.
Yeah, and that mostly gets traced back to the fact that spoiler alert for those who haven't played it, Joel dies.
Yeah. Spoiler alert, yeah.
I
Wait, you
say
didn't know that,
spoiler
David?
alert.
Really?
I have some way of just avoiding. I haven't had Attack on Titan spoiled for me. I haven't had fucking JoJo's like no the what's the name?
If it helps you, it's not entirely the whole point of the game.
Okay.
Yeah.
But he does. That's what pissed off a lot of people. I know a
Yeah.
lot of people who completely stopped playing it just because of that.
Let's be real. Joel kind of had it coming. Like if you played the first game, you're like, okay, this guy may have had it coming. Like, I mean,
look, I know this is gonna save humanity, but fuck y'all.
possibly. That's the thing, though. I kind of see where he was going because it's like they were like, it might make a cure. Are you sure? Oh, I gotta get Baby J out of there, bro. I gotta get her out, which is fair, but at the same time, like, it should have been Ellie's choice.
Yeah,
Ellie went. Did you play The Last of Us 2?
I did not play through it
Or did you
myself,
watch it?
but I've watched it.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a lot of games where I'll just watch it because finances.
Real? I don't want to pay $70 for $70 for a game is criminal. That's fucking crazy.
What's really funny, so here's what cracks me up though, is I hear people say that and then I go and look back at prices of like Super Nintendo cartridges and stuff, and those were like $60-$70.
Really?
Some
like
of
in the
those were
Prime?
like 60 cents. Yes. So I was like, I swear I've been paying this price for games for like a long time. And sure enough, I look back and I'm like, yeah, Super Mario, like something. I can't remember which one it was. When it first came out, it was like $60.
That's genuinely crazy.
insane.
We didn't grow up playing that, so I assumed it was like 6 quarters and a gumball. Like
I mean, if you went to an arcade, yeah. But like if you're buying a game to play at home, that's why video rentals were like so popular then, because it's like, do I want to pay $60?
Or could I just rent it from Blockbuster?
I miss my local rental places.
Yeah.
It's really funny because one of them had like a certain like section for adults.
Yeah.
And it became a church after it closed. And my
that
friend,
section specifically, or the whole building?
The whole building. And my friend goes, "Do you think that section's still there for the priests?"
For the priests, crazy, bro. Man, low key, I do miss Blockbuster, bro.
We didn't get Blockbuster until the end.
No, Blockbuster was
lit, bro. They got games up in there. They got
because we had a local one, and then eventually we got what's called Hollywood Video.
Okay, I've heard of that one.
And then like 2 years before they started to go bankrupt, Blockbuster finally came here, and I was like, that was bad timing on y'all's part. Like, y'all dropped the pooch on that one. Like, you all just decided we're gonna go punt formation and kick this dog straight on down the field.
Then the dog came back and bit him.
Oh yeah.
Tore the shit out of that leg.
When they kicked it, it was a Shih Tzu. When it came back, it was a Great Mastiff. Like, I wouldn't worked out.
I know. I don't know if it was intentional. I caught a little bit of the Randy
Savage
growl.
Right? Yeah,
it wasn't intentional.
Yeah.
It's like a freak show. But no, man. But
yeah, you're going nowhere. Yeah, I got you for 3 minutes. 3 minutes of playtime. Yeah, come here, little spider.
I'm
gonna wrap you in your web.
I never see the glasses coming, bro. That shit is so funny.
Unfortunately, it happens on stream. Every time somebody plays that sound effect, I'm just like glasses immediately.
They just kind of like they descend from the sky.
Can I do that? Actually, wait, hang on.
If you set up some sort of pulley
I
and
got some,
lever system,
I got some tall ceilings in here. It might work out.
Okay.
little angelic. Oh,
Yeah, it'd be great. We call upon the great savage.
Randy
great
Savage.
savage.
Randall
is crazy.
Savage.
Oh man, but that does it for the podcast, man. Before we go, did you have anything you want to shout out? Any social media? Your Twitch?
Yeah, so everything everywhere. I've started to use Blue Sky because Twitter.
Fair.
Everybody knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But you can find me at Reborn Outcast on a whole bunch of literally everything. I'm big, like I said, I'm big on the PR stuff, everything else. Come December, I'm going to be part of Lucy Co's Water Warrior Initiative, so we'll be fundraising the entire month of December for that.
Okay.
So every stream will go towards that, pretty much for donations and everything. I think he's going to have one link to everything for that. So
nice.
But I'm going to try to do another charity stream during this month for epilepsy because my fiance has it.
Okay.
And this is Epilepsy Awareness Month, so gonna try to do that.
Nice.
Good.
But then I don't know when this is going to come out. But for the entirety of the week of Thanksgiving, I'm not working. I'm off.
Nice.
So during that week, I'm going to play both Hellblade games.
Nice.
And essentially the reason I'm going to play those, and I'll just go ahead and say it here on the podcast because the video is probably going to come out before this. So I have suffered since I was young with mental illness, and essentially I have had the dubious distinction of having auditory hallucinations, sometimes visual hallucinations at times. Like I can distinctly remember being 6 years old and running away from the school thinking a knight is chasing me, which is weird. But I still suffer from the auditory to this day, and it's not like the stigma that people have of like Satan is talking to you. It's not that kind of thing. It's along the lines of it's repeats of things that people have said to me. I've not exactly had the best life, and I've been called many, many things. Monster being a big one. But it's just repeat of those things. So I'm going to talk more about that and be more open about it and try and get rid of that stigma because it drives me nuts seeing what it's become. So yeah,
I can imagine.
But for that entire week, every stream is going to be dedicated to those until I finish them out. So.
Sounds good, man. I'll have
Solid,
to. If I don't already, I feel like I should. Let me make absolute certain. Twitch.tv. Reborn Outcast.
I stream from
That's criminal. Yeah, no, there we go.
Got you, gang.
Absolutely. Last played game was Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Exceptional. See it. Yup.
Exceptional.
I had to deal with that freaking symposium thing.
All right, man. Well, good shit. Well, thank you all so much for showing up and showing out to the pod. My name is Buzz, aka Charles, aka the Big Buzzy Wuzzy, and I'm super fucking tired.
Fell asleep, bro.
It's
and
been
I
one
am
of those days.
The Big Young from aka David. And today, our special guest has been
Reborn Outcasts.
Yes, sir.
Most people do call me Reborn. Like I'm pretty sure at my wedding, my friends that are from other places are gonna be like Reborn. I'm like, that's not my name here.
Not my name, bro. Not here. Not here.
Real name. Real name.
Oh man, but cool. Yeah, we'll see y'all next time. Have a wonderful rest of your day, your afternoon, your evening, your night, whatever. Have a good one. Y'all take care.
Peace and chicken grease.
Peace.
Later. Peace and chicken.